Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Captain Richie 254 in your number one aviation channel. So thank you very much for always coming back to this channel to be educated about aviation related news. So in today's video, as the title suggests, we are going to talk about this aircraft. It is the largest ever built and the most heaviest ever built aircraft in the entire universe, in the entire world. So this aircraft, it is called Antonov AN225. That is, it was a symbol of engineering achievement and was, used for various heavy cargo transportation. Because this aircraft, it was very huge and very heavy, and it was capable of carrying very, very heavy goods. The aircraft number one, it was actually made for transporting the space shuttle, yeah, from maybe one point to another point, maybe from the manufacturing of the space shuttle to the point where it's supposed to be launched, maybe that is. But in this aircraft has actually been celebrated by many people who are in the aviation industry for the remarkable capability that this aircraft had. Number one, this aircraft, without forgetting, it was actually destroyed by the Russians in the Ukraine, by the Russians in the invasion of Ukraine back in the year 2022, around February in the same year. So this aircraft, it was actually parked in one of the airports that is near Kyiv, where this aircraft used to be like parked also. And that's where it was actually destroyed. So what are the specifications of this aircraft that made this aircraft to be huge, to be heavy, and also to be unique? So we are going to look about the general specification about Antonov 225 Maria. So general specification number one, we are going to look about the length, the weight, the wingspan, the height, the maximum takeoff, and the maximum payload of this particular aircraft. Now, if we talk about the length of this aircraft, it had, 84 meters in terms of length, and also in terms of the wingspan, it had 88.4 meters, that is, and a height of 18.1, and a maximum takeoff weight of 640 kilograms. Yeah, you can imagine how massive this thing could fly, the weight of this aircraft as it was taking off, and also the payload capacity of this particular aircraft. It could carry up to 250 kgs of goods. The difference between the payload capacity and takeoff weight capacity. The takeoff weight capacity includes the 250 kgs of the cargo or the good that this aircraft could carry, plus the weight of the aircraft itself, and the weight of the fuel, and also maybe the crew. Although the crew, I don't believe they could be anything much heavier this aircraft could feel, but that's the reality of this aircraft. So let's talk about the performance of this aircraft. Now, the cruising speed of this aircraft was approximately 800 kilometers per hour. So you can imagine, with that much heavy weight and also capable of having a cruising speed of 800. Also, it could go to a range of 15,400 kilometers. So you can imagine, this was a very massive aircraft and could go for a very long distance, and a service sailing of 10,000 meters, that is, 10,000 meters. So let's talk about the engine of this aircraft. Remember, this is the biggest and the most heaviest ever aircraft built, so it could need more than actually 3 engines. So the only aircraft that had 6 engines, it's at Antonov AN225. This aircraft had 6 turbofan engine, which is Ivchenko Progress D18T turbofan engines. The thrust per engine, it could actually produce 229 or we can say 51, more than 51,000 pounds of thrust per engine. So you can imagine how massive these engines could. And also, the more bigger the engine of an aircraft is, the more fuel it consumes. So you can imagine how that was and how much a load of fuel alone could this aircraft. So also let's talk about the cargo bay. The length of the cargo bay was 43.3 meters. The width of the cargo bay is 6.4 meters. The height of the cargo bay is 4.4 meters. They also remember the nose itself has been designed in a way it can rise and also it can lower, that which was actually to make the loading and offloading of the cargo inside and outside this aircraft to be more easier. And also remember, it was the offloading and the rising of the nose of the aircraft was operated by the crew. So let's talk about the crew. This aircraft only needed 6 crew to be in flight. So that included the 2 pilots, the one flight engineer, and the three load masters of this aircraft. Remember, this aircraft cannot be loaded and offloaded by just anyone. It had to be, to take time in order for this aircraft, for any cargo that could damage this aircraft. So there were those who actually were trained, and also they are the masters of the loading and offloading of this particular aircraft. So there are some features in this aircraft that makes this aircraft to be, the most outstanding aircraft in the entire world. You know, that makes, this aircraft to be, more attractive, because in the airport or any other place that this aircraft could go, it could attract so many people, to have a remarkable experience of this aircraft. Number one, like the rising and the lowering of the nose of this aircraft, which could give the pathway to the loading section of this aircraft. It was very much huge, and now any other aircraft ever in the entire world could do this. So the other thing is about the cargo capacity. No any other aircraft can carry what this aircraft can carry. Yeah, in the entire world, the capacity of the cargo bay, it's very huge, like no any other aircraft in the entire world. Also, number three, other feature about this aircraft, it's about the six engine. No any other aircraft in the entire world has more than four engines. Actually, the other aircraft that has more engines, it's about four engines, which is, maybe we can talk about them commonly known as Boeing 747, which has those four engines. So it's all the only aircraft in the entire world that has six engines. Also remember, the the wing of this aircraft are the most unique wings ever in any aircraft. The types of the wings are also the horizontal stabilizers back at the tail of this aircraft. No any other aircraft has the most unique stabilizers as this aircraft. Also remember, the maximum weight of this aircraft makes it to be a standing aircraft, because it's very massive, has a massive capacity of takeoff weight. Also, the other unique thing about this aircraft, it's about the large cargo doors. As I told you, there is no any other aircraft in this world that has such large cargo doors compared to Antonov 225. Also remember the dual use of of this aircraft. It can be used for civil transportation. If you have something that you want to import or to export, it's very large and it's needed. It has a very short time that it's needed. You can use this particular aircraft. Also remember, it can be used by the military supplies. Yeah, when the militaries need something very urgent, they actually use this particular aircraft. Has a very qualified pilots and also qualified crew in this particular flight. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. I know you, but about before we finish the wrap up of this video, the Ukrainian government has a plan to rebuild this aircraft, because this aircraft carried a much about the pride of Ukraine, because everywhere this aircraft could go, it made everything to be, to be stunning about people. The crowd could gather just to see this particular aircraft. So good news about Antonov is that the government of Ukraine is planning, to rebuild this aircraft, and it could cost much more. But remember, this aircraft, it's only the only one that is flying. But during the manufacturing, they were trying to build two of them, but only one that was flying. So they are going to remove other stuff from the other aircraft and replace them in these new aircraft. And also, we are hoping that the avionics, the system of this aircraft are going to be modernized. They're not going to be, for the age of this particular aircraft, because we all know, as I told you, it was built in back in the 1980s. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. I love you so much. Keep it here till next time.